I see two people. Hello, how are you? Whoever the two people are in the clouds, make sure you hit the like button, okay? Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button, okay? Let's wait for more people. I'm early. I'm early. Let's wait for more people to come on in. This is going to be a quick live. Hi, Hood Therapy. How are you? Welcome, Hood Therapy. Hey, Mr. YouTube Streets. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Boo. Welcome. Did you guys watch? Did you guys watch? I know you guys watch, right? Because how many people were in there? There were like at some point there was like 1.3K. Did you guys watch the whole thing? My boo, hi Wicked Angel. How are you, boo? Hi Dream Chasers. Welcome. How are you? Please guys hit the like button on your way in. Thank you very much. And please share my video. Share my video. It's gonna be a quick live. I'm not gonna keep you guys. It's 8:34. I gotta walk the dog. And I have to finish making dinner. Hi, cool gamer. How are you? Oh, Hood Therapy said I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, okay. VS was live. VS was live, and from the title, we thought, right, that she was go, hey, Harley Q. Hi, Leslie. My beef sector peeps are here. Hi, guys. Hi, Bread Truck. And my Mo 3 sector people are here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Please hit the like on your way in and please share my video. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're doing your hair. Look, I have to shampoo my hair too. I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, my natural hair was cut. Was it cut or trimmed? I don't even know what to call it. It was trimmed, I want to say like a few months ago. But before that, I would like do the trimming myself, but it was cut shorter and it wasn't until I was like I have 4C hair, okay? I have 4C hair. It wasn't until I was like, I was shampooing my hair. I was like, hey, it's less to manage. It's a little shorter. Okay, okay. This is manageable, right? It was done by a professional. Hi, Lady Steph. How are you? Welcome. Thank you guys for stopping by. I will not keep you guys long. It's gonna be short. If you guys haven't seen, I did a pre-recording this morning because we are, if you know what's about to happen, I guess, is it at 10 or 11 Eastern time, depending on what time you're in? Hello, my opinion. Hi, nurse. How are you? Well, um, Simply Made, how are you? Simply, have you gone live? You haven't gone live in a long time, right? It's not me that's not getting the notification, right? Because I did notice that YouTube has like unsubscribed me from some pages. I think if you put your page away, they unsub you, and then I think it eventually comes back, but who knows? Hey, Jess, with the fucking mess. How are you? Welcome, welcome, guys. Please like the video on your way in. Okay, you haven't. All right, good. Cause I'm like, what the heck? I see you in chat, but I haven't seen you go live. Okay, I was just making sure because I did have to resub on some people because I was like, wait, oh, and simply, have you seen where is Sakina? I haven't seen a notification from Sakina also from your sector. I haven't seen her in Dia's chat because she was coming there. I haven't seen her unless she changed her name. I haven't gotten her notification as well either. Hi, Christopher W. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome everyone. Okay, so you will soon. All right, great. She's doing lives. Sakina is. She's still under the talk your shit. I was just talking about that. Was it on my live that I was asking, has anyone seen? I haven't. Okay, that might have been one of the pages I got unsub from. I need to go check. She's doing lives. Yeah, I haven't seen a live. I want to say in like a month now. Like I wondered after a couple of weeks, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? I haven't seen. I need to go check now, right? They may have unsubbed me from her, or I'm just not getting her notification. Okay. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing well, Christopher W. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. All right. So my title is I Know You're Fucking Lying. Okay, so for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna get right to it. Okay, so VS was live, right? And she the title has 7 stars in it. So we were like, wait, is she gonna interview 7 stars? We weren't sure if it was gonna be like some it was gonna be, hey, 3000 degrees, how are you? Hey, Dumplay. Hi, Soul Sister number one show. Welcome, guys. How are you? So we when I saw the title, it's like, wait, is she gonna interview 7 stars? Now here's the reason why we didn't think she was gonna interview 7 stars. One, I think a few days ago, uh you know, Beach dropped down in Pizarro's chat, and Beach was like, yes, there's a cease and desist from uh Sevens. His name is Dusty. Okay, for the people from other sectors who are not familiar with the story, okay, let me give you a background information really quick. I'm gonna do a quick summary, right? There, 7 stars is a beef sector content creator, right? And if you are not familiar with her, she does have a channel. She talked about her journey, you know, like this was her boyfriend and she was dating this guy, and from her understanding, this guy was either divorced or separated, right? And they started dating, and when they started dating, hi Kishi, how are you? When they started dating, you know, like she put it on YouTube, she put it on her channel, they took pictures, they went on dates and all of this stuff. And then I think, you know, like a few weeks later, like then we were seeing like he just kind of like ghosted her, right? He ghosted her, and I mean, I'm not saying anything that she hasn't released, right? Because I'm not really into doing that, but I just want to give the people who don't know the story, it's kind of like a soap opera, right? She disclosed information, you know, like he kind of ghosted her, and I guess she started digging deep into the situation. Um, he had allegedly given her herpes. Man, I don't even feel right saying that because I feel like I've heard so many stories about that on YouTube. He gave her that. She did a lot of digging and found that information about him, like where he was living and all of this stuff, right? So this is just like a really condensed. Hi, Ghetto Intellect. How are you? Welcome. Hey, little one. How are you? Welcome. Kishi. Yes, it is a wild story. It really, really, really is a wild story, right? So I'm giving the people who don't know, right, the background, right? You can find all this information. She has videos and all this stuff on her page. So it's not like I'm giving out personal information. She was very detailed. Listen, kudos to the people who can like open up their lives and share their personal history. And I think she felt people were like, why are you sharing this kind of story? Like, you're sharing that this guy gave you herpes. She went and got tested though. He had herpes, right? She went and got tested, and from what she told us, she was negative. Thank God for that, right? But this guy apparently has, I don't know, like 6 kids, and she would now make the 7 baby mom, right? He's got like kids with different baby moms, and he is also on YouTube. He is also on YouTube. Hey, Hypnotic Touch, how are you? How are you, boo? Hey, Very Carrie, how are you? Welcome. Hey, Cheryl, how are you, boo? Welcome. Okay, so she told the story herself, right? You know, like they slept together. They seemed really cute together. You know, he's good looking, but apparently he's from a sector on YouTube. He's got a channel himself, right? So, long story short, hey, Latasha Phillips, how are you? Little one said, I have been watching Seven a long time. She has always shared. That is part of her. Yeah, she was very open, and people are criticizing her for being that open. Kudos, I'm not going to judge people. I know myself, I definitely will not tell that story. I will not tell my personal because of the sector, not because of anything else or being judgmental. Just because people will troll you forever. It's the beef sector. You know how they get done. Anytime if you're beefing with someone, they're gonna go dig all that stuff up. They're just going to troll you forever, right? But she can handle it. She's an OG. She's in the beef sector, and that's part of her story. And people have been, you know, like judgmental and judging her and stuff. And she's able to handle it. Okay, so fast forward. right? She got tested. She did not get, the herpes, right? Hey, Tamara, the mortician, how are you? Hi, pretty chocolate girl. How are you? Welcome, boo. Okay, Red Afro. Hi, sparkling water. Welcome. How are you? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Seven was ghosted and is obsessed with that family. Listen, some may call it obsessed, but if you guys are used to her sharing like a lot of information, for some people it might be too much information. It might be embarrassing information. To each his own. She has her supporters and people who like it. Listen, a lot of us like mess. We're nosy. We want to see what's going on in someone else's life. It allows us to kind of escape our own whatever we're going on. I'm not that nosy, but if you share, kudos to you, right? She shared, she got tested and she was not positive. Thank goodness, like when they were dealing with each other, for that STD, I think you have to be like you have to have a flare up or whatever for you to like contaminate someone. So luckily and thankfully for her, she was not, right? So she went on to like expose him, and all of that information is there. Talked about the kids, talked about the wife, all of that stuff. If you want that information, 7 stars, she's in the beef sector. A lot of you guys know her, but people from other sector who are new to the beef sector, hey, Jesus Diane, how are you? Hey, Sophie. Welcome, guys. Hey, Namyo. Hey, Robin. Welcome, guys. So the people who know Seven, right? You guys know, all that information we witnessed, we watched as she talked about him. He kind of like disappeared. She couldn't get a hold of him. She didn't know where he was. Now, fast forward, she had been feeling sick and she finds out that she's pregnant. She goes and she takes a test, and she's pregnant. Well, this guy has ghosted her, right? Now, the story picks up as far as like what happened today, right? So she can't get a hold of this guy. She can't get a hold of Mr. Dusty. Mr. Dusty now. Mr. Dusty, we find out Mr. Dusty has a wife, and the wife also has a YouTube page, and she's a chef with like fancy equipment. Like, listen, we all ran. I know I subbed to her page. We all went like, wait a minute, the wife is here on YouTube? Are you freaking kidding me? What the heck? So we went and peeked at her page. She has like these fancy like equipment. I don't know. She's a chef or whatever. She bakes, she cooks, all this fancy stuff. What is her page? I can't remember. All I know is that I subbed, right? I subbed, and this lady gained tons of subscribers, right? Based on this situation. I don't know if she's monetized. I would have taken advantage of that if I were her, okay? Because she gained some subbies from this situation. Now, Seven had always said that, like she was like harassing, or like she was contacting Seven like behind the scenes. I don't know how she was doing. I guess leaving comments in comment section and just kind of like writing stuff to like taunt her or whatever, right? There was one on her page. I know I saw that, right? She had a picture, and it was a picture of him and the daughter, right? And it's like, oh wait, so is that where he's at? Like now he went back home to the wife. So I guess, are they not divorced? So that means he possibly lied to her, right? And also, like, they have a friend in common who is Beachy is their friend in common. Like Beachy knows this guy from that sector. What sector is that? Is that Manosphere? He's from the Manosphere, right? Hey, Miss Dread, how are you? Little one, I think I said hi. Sparkling water. Um, Toya, how are you, boo? Hola, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Latasha Phillips, 7 star. Latasha says 7 star need to call the health department on him because he's running around trying to. Yes, I'm telling you. You know what? That's a crime. YouTube police, how are you, boo? Welcome. Hi, Fifi TV. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Welcome. That is a crime. You guys know that if you knowingly, intentionally pass on something, like there's been cases where you can get charged for that, right? It is a crime. Okay. And I know they're in California. I don't know what the crime is because Did he disclose that information to her? Did he tell her that? I think in her research, she found out because she found some website. I remember when she did that, like a lot of times I'm in her cloud. She did research. She found a site for people who are like, who have like STI or STI, or maybe that particular herpes. She found his profile there, right? That is like some mind-blowing stuff. Okay, can you imagine? That is some you said you think they're all dusty, dumb, and no. Oh, Toya. Okay, yeah, the wife's page is Sophie's Kitchen, but is her page still there? Because I don't know if I put to get all notification, but I haven't seen anything. And I know some people say the wife hid her page. I don't know if she hid her page or she deleted her page, right? Hey, Paulette Waters. Look, Paulette, today all I kept saying was, woo, child, in my Paulette's voice. My God, today in Kwani's voice, because a lot was happening, okay? Hi, Big O, how are you? He lied, and Seven is a sucker for picking up another dust bucket on YouTube. Okay, little one, I'm here to tell you, okay? Little one, I am here to fill you in on what happened. I don't know if VS still had, it was a good lie. VS had a good lie because, Soul Sister number one, I think I said, hi, Doreen is blessed. How are you? Welcome. Yes, he did. Also, he did disclose that. Okay, hey, Snooky Stackhouse, how are you? Welcome. It is a crime, but they're saying in the chat, I couldn't remember if he told her or she found out, because I know when she found the site, there's like a dating site for, I don't know, what did they call it? Like positive something, right? She shared that. I mean, absolutely, because if that's the wife, and that wife, the current wife, has a daughter, right? Because that was a picture that she showed to kind of taunt Seven, and I think it came with like a message like, oh yeah, like he's home where he belongs or whatever, right? And he was sitting there with the daughter, right? And I think there may have been yet another picture. I don't know if that one is, did I see that one? I don't know if it was from her page. I know the one I'm talking about. I saw that one on her page, right? So it appeared that when he ghosted Seven, and then Seven like had his phone. I don't know, did he leave his phone there or whatever the case may be? He basically just like poof, vanished. This man vanished, okay, and left her high and dry. She could not contact him. He was not responding. And I know there were whispers, and everybody was like, what the heck is he? And then people were like, well, can Beachy, can you talk to him? Has Beachy talked to him? Are we sure that Beachy's not talking to him? Because, like Beachy is friends with him, right? So this man has ghosted her. And then, lo and behold, because Seven said, thank goodness, that, at least I'm not pregnant. But at that time, she didn't, she had felt sick, but she didn't think anything of it. But I guess it persisted. And she said, oh, crap, let me go take a test. And she took a test, and then she found out she was pregnant, right? And she came online and she shared it with everyone. I kind of felt sorry for her during that live, because let me tell you why I felt sorry for her, right? Because she had done all this research. She like exposed him and all of this stuff about him, just being like open and transparent, right? And I know some of you will be like, well, no one asked her. That's embarrassing. Why did she have to talk about it? This man disclosed his status before engaging with her. Yeah, I couldn't remember if he did. So he did. Okay, so it's not a crime then. That means she knew. Okay. She's lucky that she didn't get it. He didn't have a flare up because, there's no cure for that, right? Toya, stop it. Hypnotic said no victims, only volunteers. Okay, yes, I get it, guys. I get it. Toya, yeah. He told her about the herpes, but she still chose to have, relations with him. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, listen, look at Magic Johnson. You cannot be, guys, you can't be that judgmental. Remember Magic Johnson, right? During the time that no one knew, he was kind of like the first person to come out openly and said, about being HIV positive. he remained with his wife. They were just careful. And look, fast forward to now, he's still alive. I think that there's no cure. They're just things for you to take to make sure you maintain it or keep it under, right? Keep it under from flare up or whatever. Maybe that's why she didn't get it. Maybe he's on medication, right? Hey, big man, how are you? Welcome. I know you were live, but I pushed my live back, but you were still live. I just had to do it because we have another live that's going to be coming on later on tonight, and I want to make sure that I'm done before Five Babe goes live tonight to do the exposing. Okay, are you guys aware of that? I did an upload a video this morning. There, the beef sector today is sectoring. Okay, the beef sector is sectoring. The girls are out swinging. There's a whole lot of action going on in the beef sector. Okay, the beef sector is not boring today. Okay, you all started Monday, really Sunday. You woke up with violence today. Okay, uh, that is the time you say goodbye, sir. So, sister number one. Yes, yes, you guys. Okay, Seven did go fatal attraction by posting the kids. That is psycho. Yeah, she did all that. She dogs. She did all that. Talked about the kids. She did all that. She said that the kid, she said a bunch of stuff. She exposed him. She doxed where he was living. She did all of that exposery on the guy. Okay, but can you guys kind of get it? Okay, I know some of you will say yes, some of you will say no. Okay, but let's think about it. I was thinking about this while VS was live, right? Because we watched this story from beginning. What if is the fact that he told her that he was divorced? Okay, so she went on to carry a relationship with that man because he told her that I kind of like forgot about that in the whole during the whole situation. She put up a picture after seven her. She put up a picture. The wife put up a picture. We didn't even know that the wife was that the wife was on YouTube. But when we found out, we all went over there. All she had, the wife didn't have nothing but all her cooking. She was gaining subs like crazy because all the beef sector people went over there. We were nosy. We went over there to go see what is she talking about? What is this about, right? Okay. You said you don't believe there. Okay, here's the thing. There are people who don't believe that she's pregnant. She got tested. Did she post a sonogram? I heard that the Hoes with Heart that were like they did a live and she was there and they kind of like were giving her a hard time and she came and she talked about it on Pizarro's platform, right? And that's kind of sad, okay? Even if you think that a whole lot of stuff is her fault and she didn't have to do all that, I do have a little, like I kind of feel sorry for her because it seems like she's kind of going through this whole thing. She has now revealed a lot of stuff publicly. People are giving her a hard time. Um people are blaming her, like, why did you sleep with the guy? He told you that he was positive for herpes, and why did you do this and why did you do that? Look, she's an adult. She made those decisions. We're where we are, right? So are we going to like keep throwing stones at her? I do feel bad for her, okay? And let me tell you why today's live. Now I'm starting to look at, I don't know. Now I even feel, I think maybe after watching today's live, now I really feel bad for her. And let me tell you why, okay? So for the people who don't know, okay, so I gave you a really quick rundown on what happened, right? So fast forward, she's pregnant. She goes on this platform. They're telling her, oh, you need to like, get rid of the baby. You need to get rid of the baby. Why did you keep the baby? I don't know. Did she say how far along she is? I feel like it's still under the first trimester. I believe she's still under the first trimester. If anything, maybe like 2 months or something like that. Let me make sure I'm not. Who knows if she got it or not? Well, Doreen is blessed. She says she got tested. We only know what she has told us, right? What she has shared with us. We, like that's the whole thing, right? Some people are. That's how come people can say, "Oh, well, we don't believe she's pregnant," or some people believe she's pregnant. We can only go by her word. If she says she's pregnant, then believe it until it's proven otherwise, right? Um, so Toya says, I'm starting to think that seven isn't. Oh, yeah, some people believe that. There are meds that you can use to keep viral load low. Yeah, there are, right? And you see, like Magic Johnson. Look, people thought because remember when you were HIV positive, like in the past, like basically it's like a life sentence. But nowadays, they have all kinds of medication. They even have stuff if that where what is that called? What is that medicine called? They advertise it a lot. Um, that way, like you keep your viral load like really low to where you test negative, right? So there's a lot of advancement in medicine to where if you get that, it's not like the end of the world. There's no cure, but you just have to make sure you take care of yourself, right? And that's the sad thing about it is that she's all alone. The guy supposedly like ghosts her and he's out. Imagine that. And then you find out you're pregnant after you've now exposed all this stuff about his kids, talked about how he has like maybe bad kids or whatever. And now you're pregnant by him, right? Okay, so she's now dealing with this. It must be very painful when an outbreak comes. Yeah, I'm sure. Um, he should always have exactly, but I don't know this guy. And now it would lead you to believe that he wasn't just like, was he only dealing with seven? If he's like, is he notorious for this, right? He just ghosted her. And when he ghosted her, where did he go? Are we assuming because we saw that picture that he went back to his wife, right? That's what we can assume. She couldn't find him. He wasn't answering the call. She didn't talk to him. So then fast forward to a few days ago. Or was it last week? Well, Beachy gets on the phone because, Beachy and Seven used to be cool. And I guess with this situation, they kind of have fallen out, right? Because well, you can imagine. Okay, I'm not even gonna get into that. But so Beachy does a live, and it's a recording of her talking to Mr. Dusty, Seven's baby father, right? She's able to get on the phone and talk to him. This man is like just talking like nothing. Like, excuse me, sir, you have a pregnant lady over here that you ghosted for weeks, or like, is it a month or 2 months now? Like, you ghosted her for like 2 months, right? He's over there saying, oh, I haven't talked to you in a while. And he's talking about Indian food. This man is talking about Indian food. No mention of Seven, no mention of a baby on the way, no nothing, right? We're like, oh my gosh. So everybody goes on, everybody's talking about this phone call. Like, damn, how is it that Beachy is able to talk to this man, but Seven cannot get a hold of her baby daddy, right? So then a few days ago, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, right? Uh Maybe it was Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday? Pazar was live, right? Pazar was live, and Seven hit the panel because we were talking about that situation, right? That topic was being discussed about how on Earth Beach was able to get a hold of Mr. Dusty, the ghost the baby father that ghosted his future baby mama, right? He ghosted Seven, and here he is on the phone with Beachy. Beachy called, and they're carrying on like nothing. No mention of Seven, no mention of the baby, nothing, right? Um, Hypnotic said, I don't feel sorry for anyone that shame others for the exact thing they're well, yeah. I mean, I understand why people feel like that. I mean, that's perfectly understandable. Doreen is blessed said that is what married men who cheat do. Say they're divorced or not even married. Yeah. I so in that case, okay, in that case, now why would we put all the blame on Seven? If he lied to Seven and said that he was divorced, right? If he lied, she's not the one that's married. He's the one that's married. He lied and started the relationship with a lie, right? She believed him. And did Beach confirm that he was divorced I can't remember. Like this story is like so wild. I can't remember if Beach confirmed that, that he was divorced because Beachy has known him longer than Seven, right? Um, Toya said, anytime you are a 37-year-old woman and you entertain a dude with no bank account, red flag. Damn, he didn't have a bank account. I don't feel Sparkling Water said, I don't feel sorry for her. She's mean as a snake. I get it. And some people were like, well, why didn't she dox him? She's a doxer. Why didn't she dox him? Why didn't she dox him to find out information when she started dating him, right? I don't know. Latasha says, I believe Seven is with child. Sophie said, he is disgusting. He's festering upon women, impregnating the. Yes, that is my thing. Okay. He is impregnating women because he has multiple kids with multiple baby moms. And now he's added Seven. And, it's sort of like Seven is on her own and he kind of abandoned her. And now she has to deal with all of this. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, for the people who don't feel sorry for her, still there's a human part of me. I feel sorry one because he lied to her and said he was divorced. Okay, he lied and said he was divorced. Hi, Michi Black, how are you? No one is holding the guy accountable. Exactly. You know why? This is my thing because he's a man and this is expected of men. Okay, but here's the thing: the man is the one that's married. Are we forgetting that he's the one that's married? Seven is not married. He told Seven that he was divorced, right? Now, if he told her that he was married and she continued, then we can blame her for that part of the relationship, starting a relationship, right? Toya said nothing wrong with getting your rocks up, but why not practice safe sex or birth control? Planned Parenthood. Yes, that I agree with you. I agree with that, Toya. And it sounded like he wanted her to have a baby. It's like, dude, you already have enough kids. Are you taking care of those kids? And from what Seven was saying, it's like he wanted to have a baby, right? He wanted to have a baby. Hi, Lady Wu. Hi, my boo. How are you? Welcome. Um, so okay, so Doreen is blessed said, "Oh, didn't know she got tested at the offices." Yeah, she did. She got tested and she came back and shared it. She was cleared after testing, but was asked to come back. Yes, she went and got tested. She told us she came online and shared that she was negative, but you have to go back and test again, right? And now it's even more critical because can't you pass that on? Can you pass that on to a baby? Right? So thank goodness that she's negative, right? So he said, I'm definitely holding that. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm holding that dust bucket accountable too. He's the one who started the lies and deceit. Right. He started the whole relationship with a lie, right? By telling her that he was divorced. Hey, be a superstar. How are you? Welcome. Um what official is doing is exactly what my real life cousin is doing right now. Really? Can tell the wanker nothing also. He is on his fourth baby mama. Shaking my head. He is always interested till they get so once they get pregnant, that sounds like what she said about official. Right. Seven was blowing Beach phone up about Dusty and Beach mother just died. Oh yes, I think we saw that in some of the text messages, right? She was looking for official Mr. Dusty. His name is official, right? And she was looking for him. She was looking for him and she couldn't find him. But so she was hitting up Beachy. Beachy is the one, that really knows him. Like she's his friend. I mean, obviously you can see they talked on the phone, right? And so, but at the time, Beachy had just lost her mom, right? And so it was kind of, kind of like a bad look. I'm sure, obviously they've fallen out, right? They're not on good terms anymore. I noticed, Hypnotic said, I noticed his wife cook with a lot of turmeric, right? That helps with herpes. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why she does that. Who knows? Toya said, taking folks to Applebee's for a date. Like your teenagers. Ain't that a bitch? Maybe it's like one of those things where every place was closed and they went to Applebee's. I know I definitely would not be like celebrate. Listen, I have expensive taste, and I can also like be just come. I can go to any hole in the wall and stuff, but I can't remember the last time I went to Applebee's, right? He ghosted her before she knew she was pregnant. Yes, he did. He ghosted her before she knew, right? Because I guess she had been feeling sick, and that time he was already ghost. He was already like ghost, right? Um, Hazel said, "I just don't feel sorry for her." Yeah, he's the one that's married. Hey, Bronze, Flat Power God, how are you? Welcome. Namir said he needs to take care of his responsibilities. Period. Yeah. So now he's run back to his wife. Hey, Indigo Boo, how are you, Boo? So you know, now he's with the wife. I mean, based on the picture, he's with the wife, right? He's with the wife. So fast forward, okay, so let me continue to current day, right? We find out like a few days ago when she hit the seven hit the panel to correct some of the, like she said that some things were incorrect when we were talking about the people on the panel were talking about, like her story and the fact that Beachy was able to call and all of this stuff, and allegedly, like the wife either hit her page or I don't know, but somebody dropped down in VS's chat that was supposedly the wife. Okay, so in there, in during that chat, then I guess as the live was going on Pizarro's a few days ago, Beachy drops down and Beachy was like, Seven, did you check your email? You need to go check your email. You need to go check your email. You got served. You got served. And Seven was like, I got served. I don't think that they sent it to me. I'm not the one. I'm not the one that they sent it to. I got nothing. I didn't get served. I didn't get served. What are you talking about? Everybody was like, what? How do we know that this is correct, right? Soul Sister said, if I did have relationships with a married man and got an STD and carrying his baby, I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't tell no one, right? I wouldn't tell no one. But people, like she's really open. There are people that are very open. Listen, I that's not me. I can be open about certain things. I can be open with, like I can be open with my man. I can be open with my close girlfriends. But aside from that, I am really like a private person, and only like the close circle of people who are close to me, I will tell. And even that, I won't tell a whole lot of stuff, right? So kudos to people who can share stuff like that because, it's content. There are people that are learning from it. We're talking about it now. People are making money off of it. Well, I mean, I'm not making money off of it, but people are making money off of it. It's content, like it's real life, right? So, um, she was able to be brave enough and open enough to share that, right? He is implementing ghosting women when he impregnated them. Yeah, it looks like that's his pattern, Sophie, right? As soon as he gets them pregnant, he kind of disappears, right? And the fact that Beach is happy he won't be a part of the child's life is sick. Right. So there is yet one more child that he's going to leave out there because today we saw that she said he doesn't want anything to have to do with the baby. Well, that's kind of like his pattern, right? Is he involved in the other kid's life? I don't know. Hypnotic said, Dusty, you're a ghosting disease carrying Applebee treating dog. Hypnotic, did you make a song? I know you made other songs. Did you make a recent song after this live? He had unprotected sex with. She had unprotected sex with him, knowing his status. Do you think she care if the baby get? Oh yeah. I mean, you guys have a point. I understand where you guys are coming from, right? Hey, realist one here. How are you? Welcome. Um, Infants can be vaccinated according to Little One as long as the vaccine exists. Do they have it for that? I know that they finally made a vaccine for like HPV. I don't think that is there any other like vaccine for, and even that is like age limited, right? I'm not sure I've seen one for herpes. Anyway, so I think, oh, you hit the like. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to hit the like, right? And if you haven't shared the video, please share the video. Okay, I'm gonna get I've updated you guys about the story up until now, right? So, the latest thing is that we find out from Beachy that Seven got served. Initially, Seven was like, "Listen, I didn't get served. I don't know what you're talking about. No one served me. no one has served me. And Beach was like, listen, you got served in different forms. Email, check your email, Seven. Check your email, Seven. She was telling her. And in my head, I'm like, no, Seven, don't open that email, because once you open it, you're on live acknowledging that you received whatever you got served with, right? And I'm like, what can you serve someone in an email? It's gotta be cease and desist, right? So we were on live when she opened and she read, well, she didn't open it. She read the title, and sure enough, it was cease and desist, right? So we found out that she got served, right? She got served. So fast forward to today, VS does a live, and she's talking about the whole situation and all of that. The live was going well. And then Beachy drops down in the chat. Beachy tells, it says that, yeah, that Dusty doesn't want anything to do with the baby. And then Seven called in, right? Was that planned, or Seven just decided to call in, or did they plan that she was gonna call in, right? So she called in, and like VS was, like talking to her and saying, talked about the whole hose with her, where they were telling her to, you should have gotten rid of the baby, you should have gotten rid of the baby. And the fact that it was like, the rumor was that she was going off YouTube because she got bullied on YouTube, and she was getting off YouTube. Listen, for those that say she's not pregnant, what if it turns out that she's pregnant? Can you imagine all the stuff she's been going through? How hard that is for a pregnant woman, and on top of that, a pregnant woman that's now released all this information to the public, and now she has to deal with public scrutiny, not just any scrutiny, but beef sector scrutiny, with people calling her all kinds of names, people telling her what she should do with the baby, people telling her, oh, there was even a stuff where you can buy a fake what is it, sonogram, and they were just saying all kinds of stuff, right? So imagine that amount of stress, right? What if she is pregnant? This is why I cannot be that harsh on anyone, because as a human being, I still have that compassion as a human, right? Yes, VS and Seven spoke. Yes, little one. So that VS is live. I don't know if it's up, right? So initially, I think she was on her backup, right? She was on her backup, right? And she was talking about the whole situation. She was bringing everybody up to date, and she was talking about when Seven went to host with her, and about Dusty and all of this stuff, right? So Seven called in, and Seven was on the phone, and Seven was talking about the whole situation, and how the wife, Seven has always said that the wife throws stones and hides her hand, right? She throws, like, she's been contacting and kind of like doing stuff to her behind the scenes, and none of us get to see it, right? And it's like somebody was watching, right? Now here's the thing. All of a sudden, someone with the wife's page, the Sophia's Kitchen or whatever, dropped down in the chat and said, why don't you leave us alone? I was like, oh my gosh, I'll be damned, right? And VS is panicking. You can see it was like her forehead was sweating, like, oh my gosh, what happened? The wife just dropped down in the chat, right? So here's my thing. Is that the wife? Did the moderators check that page? Okay. If I was a mod there, I would go and click on the page and validate that that is her page. If you click on it, and that lady should now have like 5K or more subscribers. That lady has all she has are shorts. She has a bunch of shorts with like fancy equipment, fancy cooking, like her cooking stuff looks professional. Did they validate that that's that woman? Because I feel like we're getting trolled, and Seven is getting trolled, okay? That's what I feel like, because it was just too convenient. It was like a what is it that Kimmy says? Junkie stunts, okay? Because the way that the wife was talking, it's like, lady, really? First of all, if you claim that Seven is the one harassing you, if that really is the wife and not somebody trolling, why the heck would you jump down in the chat, right? If you're following a cease and desist, Why on earth are you going to come and talk in the chat? And just the way she was talking made me kind of believe what Seven was saying about her. Okay. So if that was her, this is not a good look for you. And then the man named Caesar now drops down and then he shows himself. And are you freaking kidding me? Junkie stunts all the way around. You cannot be a paralegal. Then he came over there and acted so unprofessional. Okay. Now, granted, Paul Derek, you did start off by talking to him and kind of insulting him. So that made him go on the defensive, right? Paul Derek hit the platform, right? Paul Derek said that the wife had been leaving comments in his, I guess, in his page or whatever, right? Hey, it's Jay. How are you? Welcome. Hey, Team A. How are you? Welcome. Hypnotic says still no victims, only volunteers. So sister number one show said, I heard the test you take to find out if anything is wrong with your child before birth is very uncomfortable. Yes. Yes. Okay. Actually, my sister-in-law refused, and she's a nurse. My sister-in-law refused to take that test, right? And it was an issue with all of us. It's like, listen, we want you to take the test. She said no. She didn't want to take the test because that it's uncomfortable. First of all, she doesn't like needles, and then on top of that, she now has to undergo this very uncomfortable test. Right, very uncomfortable. So I don't know if Seven, I guess if she does take it, she's gonna like talk about it on her show. Hey Tide Eyes, how are you? Welcome. Hey, it's Jay. Okay, hey, it's just said 2 months said they checked and it was her. You've got to be kidding me. She dropped down and was saying all that stuff. Leave us alone. Listen, lady, you already served her with cease and desist. If that cease and desist is correct, why would you jump down in the chat, right? And then, like, what's the point of jumping in the chat? You could have just hit the panel, said what you had to say, really classy and whatever. If you like, why did she have to drop down? And she was doing a whole lot of typing in the chat, talking about leave us alone and all of this stuff. Well, that already made me raise an eye. Like, lady, really, the fact that you dropped down, you couldn't like resist. You couldn't resist. You're not in the sector. Granted, you served her, right? If you really served her with, if you have a lawyer, all you have to do is let your lawyer do the job you're paying the lawyer for. Why are you jumping down in the chat? Now you make yourself look silly. Now you want to be one of the beef sector people in the chat. You just made your whole case look. I believe Seven now. Now I believe what Seven is saying, because that was not a good look. Do you guys believe that this lady, just based on this action, do you think that she's been behind the scenes, like contacting Seven? Now, aside from the fact that Seven posted the kids, Seven did all of that stuff, I get it. That's invasion of privacy, and she's probably upset. But the minute I went legal, I would leave that lady alone. I would not even talk to her. I would not communicate with her. I would not be dropping down in any chat to try to have a conversation with her whatsoever, right? Sophie said, YouTube cameras fact. Sophie Food and Seven are involved with the same man. He's playing. Yes. Listen, while you guys are fighting, he's probably getting his rocks off, and then he's probably already talking to other people. And listen, he's got a pattern. He's probably already doing the same bull crap. Okay. I would not. That was a big mistake on the wife. It made for good content. It made for juicy content since they verified that it's her. I was like, are we being trolled? Are they just trying to troll? Like, she couldn't resist herself but to drop down in VS's chat, right? Watermelon Sugar said, yeah, they stick a needle through your belly, oh my gosh. Yeah, very uncomfortable. I'm not sub to VS, but I got wind that she was speaking to Seven on the phone, so I rushed over. Yeah, Seven was on the phone. Yep. Seven was on the phone. And then that guy Caesar, right? Seven was like, that's not a lawyer. See, listen, another thing that puts a check mark on what Seven said. She said that that's not a lawyer and that's a paralegal. So that man comes on there, right? And Via says, how do we know that it's you? Can you at least show us like you're a person? And the man, I don't know, did he have a delay? Because I felt like, I don't know, was someone telling him what to say, or he just had a delay? That was also weird. So he comes up, he shows himself, and then Paul Derek hits the panel, and Paul Derek is like, what is your line of profession? Like, kind of asking what kind of, like legalese are you or whatever. Seven already said this guy is not a lawyer, right? So the nitty gritty is that he confirmed he's not a lawyer, that he's a paralegal, right? So we find out that he's a paralegal, he's not the lawyer. And the paralegal is the one, listen, lawyers are expensive. So I get that they use paralegal, right? I get that they use paralegal, and a lot of times it will be the paralegal that will get you to sign, like if they need you to sign documents or whatever, they'll forward it to you, you communicate with them, and maybe in the beginning you talk to the lawyer, but most of the time you're talking with the paralegal. So that's not abnormal, right? But what's abnormal is this guy's behavior online. Okay, the way he was talking just was not very professional. Okay, the way he was talking was not very professional, and Seven was trying to communicate with him. At least she was open, like, what is it that they want me to do you just want me to take down the pictures? If you want me to take down the picture, that he Seven said the picture of the wife is no longer on her page. She took that down. She's gonna take down the kids picture. What else she was gonna take down, right? The guy didn't want to agree online what it is that they expect her to do, right? Oh, by the way, also someone sent the cease and desist to VS, and then they found out that there's exact cease and desist on Facebook. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. This is like junkie stunts, okay? This is junkie stunt. This is not making these people look good, okay? Um, so I don't know if that's just the paralegal. Okay, if how can it be the paralegal that decides what cease and desist to take? Why would you go get uh cease and desist from Facebook? Okay, if you really are in a real law firm, they will have a cease and desist that they normally use. And is it gonna be on Facebook? What do you guys think? Would you find that damn cease and desist on Facebook? They found the word. They found the cease and desist on Facebook. Okay, the wife just made Seven acknowledge the cease and desist, plus spoke with a rep. Yes, first of all, she admitted she listen when Beachy dropped down in Pizarro's chat. That is where Seven acknowledged. In my mind, I was like, no, don't say anything. Don't say that you see the email. Don't read the title. She read the title of the email, which means that she acknowledged that she got it, right? She didn't open it, but she read the title, right? So that was a first move where she, cease and desist equal adult. YouTube police. Okay. Indigo said, knowing Seven, she ain't lying. I believe the lady was so insecure because how is Seven stalking when we all see the wife in her spaces bothering her? Right, exactly. See, I heard that. It's not that I didn't believe her, but I kind of took it with a grain of salt. Like, okay, but the Dusty is back at home, right? Dusty's back at home, but I do believe there's a sense of this because of this man's pattern of behavior. That yeah, of course the wife is feeling a certain way because he left and came back, right? He was all this time over there with Seven, starting a whole new relationship. And then he was online at some dating website. I think that was still current. Okay. He was on some dating website. So, of course, the wife is feeling a certain way. Hey, Slappy Slapster, how are you? Welcome. He looked hungover and like he just rolled out of bed. Yes, that paralegal was not professional. And then he hit the link. Why are you hitting the link? If you are a real professional from a real firm that really, that guy is from a high, what did they say that the law firm is like a celebrity law firm or like a well-powered law firm? I don't know. But this paralegal is making you guys look like you're just pulling a bunch of junky stunts. This guy was not professional. This guy would not say anything, and he sounded very combative. Hey, sincere Saida, how are you? Um, when your husband sleeps with a stalker, it's insane time to leave. Yeah, I mean, instead of going and like trying to respond to seven, right? If you really did a true legal cease and desist, then and you have a lawyer, leave it up to the lawyer. Why are you like you just they just made themselves look bad. Really. They made themselves look bad on this. Her dropping down that man, that guy, and then he showed himself. And did he have his real name on there? Man, guy, you don't know how the beef sector works. They probably already doxed you while you were on there. Okay, they're going to expose all your information. You're probably going to lose your job if you really are from a law firm, because I cannot guarantee that a lawyer would have allowed him to come and do this. Okay, it's just not very professional. It's just like just junky stunts. You made yourself look bad. Seven looks credible because that whole she dropped down in the chat. You couldn't resist to drop down in this lady's chat and talk to Seven and say, leave us alone. And then when VS ended the one live and went to another live, right, and make it not subscribers only or whatever it was that was requested, this lady went back over there. This lady was typing in the chat. And they did verify that it's her. Lady, that's a bad look for you. I'm sorry. You're the wife. You're the wife. And you are dropping down to talk to the so-called mistress that was ghosted. That's a bad look. You look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I believe Seven. I believe she's been harassing Seven behind the scenes. She probably has been contacting her, like Seven said. And Seven was open to say, okay, what is it that you guys want me to take down? I'll take it down. Okay. But if it's content with like the picture of him involved, why should she take that down? That's her content. He lied. He lied. He's the one who lied. Hey, DJ, fuck you, Simi. How are you? Hey, Buddha Bell. Yeah, that did not look good at all. Okay. Hey, Linda B. That was not a good look. You guys just proved that Seven was telling the truth. Okay. Soul Sister number one show said, I can't remember the movie name when Michael Douglas was sleeping with Glenn Close. Well, this is that movie. Yeah, it really is. Dusty is back home. Dusty is back home. Okay. That's my thing though. But if Dusty is back home, right? If Dusty is back home, but Dusty is really stupid, right? That's how you know something's wrong with Dusty. You wouldn't have ghosted her knowing you were going to go back home. You would have tried to make peace with her, tried to like get Seven to calm down and all of that stuff. But instead, like a fool, he's not very smart, is he? Right? You ghosted her and made her to do all of this stuff. And then you went back home. And now the wife has now joined. Now she's the one that's contacting Seven and dropping down in chat. Why didn't Dusty drop down in the chat? That's what I want to know. Can someone tell me why Dusty did not drop down and the wife dropped down in the chat? Why? He had JD after his name, which is, yeah, a degree law students get before. Okay, so that's why he's a paralegal. So he might be like in school working on his JD, right? And so he's doing paralegal, or maybe he's done, he's graduated, but he needs to get that, like that experience and all of that, and maybe like, I guess, pass the bar or whatever before he can practice. So he could be, how long did he, how young did he look? Maybe he's young. I don't know, but it just wasn't a good look. How is this a good look for them? How are you professional? And you came and displayed all of this. Granted, right? Would you say that Paul Derek trolled him? I guess that's why he shouldn't have dropped. You shouldn't be hitting panels when you don't know the workings of the beef sector, when you don't know what happens. You're gonna get trolled. You're gonna get doxxed if you haven't already been doxxed, right? Well, yeah, I guess he might as well start his channel because he made a bang in front of what, like 1.3K people, right? Go start a channel, Mr. What's his name? Caesar? Go start a channel, Mr. Caesar. Like at this point, you might as well. No credible attorney would have presented themselves. Exactly. That's why I said, I know you're fucking, this is like a joke. Like, is this a joke? we really witnessed this happen. Like this guy really dropped down. There is no way a lawyer, a credible, a reputable law firm is going to have a paralegal. Hopefully he did not say what law firm. Hopefully he was not using like work computer or anything like that. Hopefully he didn't do all of that, right? Because that is just, that's crazy, right? That is crazy. Hayes just said, I don't give a fuck if the wife contacted Seven. Seven needed to take that child off her wall. And if that was a way to get her to do it. Okay, yeah, that I agree. There is no, the whole thing when the kids were being, I didn't agree. I don't agree with that, right? I don't agree with that. The thing I don't agree with the wife doing, because now it makes her look like, oh, you want to engage in this stuff. It's her dropping down in the chat. They already send the cease and desist and all of that, right? That's already legal. Like you're already sending her notice that she needed to take that stuff down. And within that document, you listed like how much time she had to. You had the stipulations of what she has to do, right? So let her do it. If she doesn't, then take it up a notch. But dropping down in the chat and having this guy hit the panel, why didn't they warn him? Didn't the wife, hasn't the wife watched Beef Sector? Why did someone warn him? Someone should have warned him how the beef sector gets down. This is not a good look for him. Okay. Because for the wife and stuff, if Seven cooperates and does what they, like what they have requested her to do, then it's gonna go well for her. And okay, cease and desist over. But this guy that just came and exposed himself like, she shouldn't have. But I guess it was a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been put on the on YouTube at all, right? I figured it was gonna get legal. I'm actually surprised that it took that long because a lot of information was put out there, and who's to say what's gonna happen? I don't know. Like remove the picture of the kids. I know that she had, well, I guess he's not even at that job anymore. She had docs like where he was either working or living in like some place. I think he was living there. She had docs that, hi Kiki baby, how are you? YouTube police said she's gonna fuck around and put the wrong kids on the community wall. Yeah. Hey sister, how are you? He was busy. Sister, yes, he was busy being a homosexual. I mean, why is it okay? I haven't heard anyone castigate this guy. I have not heard anyone. Is he back to doing content on his channel? I mean, like, why is it okay for him to do this? He has a record and all of that. It's always the women that get the mud. Yes, there's so many things that she shouldn't have done, okay? But what about this guy? I don't see him getting any, no one is saying anything. Oh, well, he's dusty, right? I guess he's dusty, right? In his sector, is this normal? What is that sector? Manosphere? I only know a few Manosphere people. I only go to maybe, I think, under 5. And sometimes when I find myself typing in there and saying some stuff, I get the hell out. Okay? I never went to his channel. So I don't know. Is this guy back to putting content on his stuff? I didn't know they sent her. Yes, they sent her a cease and desist a few days ago, right? And she kind of confirmed getting it because she read the title, right? Beachy was the one who broke that news. It was like breaking news, you've been served, right? And then today, she kind of confirmed it too when the wife dropped down there, and she acknowledged that she got the cease and desist, right? Because she talked about it. What is it that you guys want me to do, right? Yeah, she was served. Doreen is just shaking my head. I used to wonder if my spouse cheats and makes a baby, that's on him. I'm out because our money would be, yeah, exactly, right? Because you got to pay child support. Remember Wendy Williams? She said she tolerated him having that lady, that Calvin Hunter, right, is his name. Calvin Hunter, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, had a long time mistress, even bought a house. next to Wendy's house, right? Wendy said that she knew about the person and she had a child. Wendy didn't want their son, like she didn't want to disrupt anything with the son, right? Because the son was young at the time. This man had a long term, like we're talking of over a decade, right, with this lady. And Wendy came when it finally broke, like the news outlet followed her for a long time. They like uncovered, they showed pictures. They've been like following her. They've been trying to break the story, but Wendy always kind of like played it off like she didn't know. But one of the things that she said, the breaking point was, if you have a baby on me, that's it, we're done. And guess what? Was it during the pandemic or maybe before the pandemic? Bingo, he got her pregnant. And so they broke up, right? Because she's like, you have a baby on me, that's it. I'm out. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying for you to take care of that baby. I'm not dealing with another baby, all of that stuff. Right? That was her breaking point. She said no, right? And fast forward, look at him. Now he's broke, right? Because he doesn't have that Wendy William money. Right. I love me some Wendy William. Okay. That kept me busy. Wendy William, T.S. Madison, they kept me, like during the pandemic, Wendy Williams will be on at 11 o'clock. Maddie in the Morning Show. I watched that all the time. Okay. I watched it all the time, every day. I watched it religiously every day during the pandemic. So, some people, that's it, that's their breaking point, right? But I guess, Dusty went back home and it's with the wife, and the wife is like, okay, welcome home, Dusty, right? We don't know, we think he's home. I We see picture, right? We see the picture that he's there, we can assume that he's there. They're both the ones, both of their names are in the cease and desist that was served to Seven, right? Because they want her to stop harassing them, right? I guess they want like all the talk about them, the pictures and all of that stuff to come down. So that was a good live. That was a good live. And you know, I was just in shock watching as the wife dropped down and then as that paralegal showed up. Were you guys shocked? Were you guys shocked? Were you as stunned as I was? Like, what the heck kind of show are we watching? What the heck? So, also, is Seven really off of YouTube? I think maybe, if not just off of YouTube, but she needs to take a break, right? Because the stress, the scrutiny, like the judgment and all of that. And she's on her own dealing with it's her first baby, right? Hey, Poppy, how are you? It's her first baby and she's dealing with it on her own under these circumstances. I mean, I have heart. I can only have compassion and I wish her the best. I hope she takes the break. I feel like she needs the break. I feel that she needs the break just to be at peace, right? Because even when you're not at peace, like when the mother, you're carrying a baby, when you're not at peace and there's a lot of turmoil, even if it's internal, even if it's mental, it still is going to affect the baby, right? So I just wish her the best. Little one said, Doreen's best said, nope, not shocked. I thought in the US he would still be liable to pay for that child support if she takes him to court. I mean, she can take him to court. First, there's gonna be like, don't they have to take a paternity test and all of that stuff, right? A paternity test and what else? I don't know what is needed for them to do the child support. And according to what Beachy is saying, he already said he doesn't want to have anything to do with the baby. But listen, the way he wanders around from woman to woman, who's to say that he's not gonna go back to Seven? If he goes back to Seven, will Seven take him back? If he now decides, okay, they can make the wife pay. Yes, the wife is the one with the money, according to what Seven said. It's not him with the money, it's the wife with the money, right? The wife will be the one to pay the child support, right? Kiki Prime Baby said, I didn't see it, but what I know from the justice system is that a paralegal is not a lawyer and cannot give legal advice under their code of ethics. So what did the paralegal? Thank you, Kiki. Okay, that is what I'm saying. Like, why that was a junkie stunt? Like, what the heck? Like, are we being trolled? I was like, are we being trolled? Was VS and Seven being trolled by the wife? And then this paralegal that hit the panel, right? Did they dox him? I understand that he had his name. I was watching, but I was really more listening and doing stuff. And I was coming in and peeking, and I did see the page. That is the wife. I saw that's the wife's page name because I subbed to her page a few months ago. Right? Whenever we all found out that she was on YouTube, right? I think Seven said her page name. We all went there and we looked, right? That was when she had posted a picture. Posted a picture while at home, or the wife, she posted a picture while at home, and it was Dusty and the daughter like watching TV, and the wife like took a picture as if like Dusty didn't know that, like, you know how when someone is backing you and you take a picture, kind of like being messy, and posted that like, yeah, let me show you that he's home. Okay. Hi, Views of you, boo. How are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. PVTV said the wife did a junkie. The wife did a junkie stunt, and how the heck did Caesar, the paralegal, know to hit that link? The wife must have contacted him to hit the damn link, but the wife would not hit the link herself. Okay. It was a junkie stunt that they pulled today. And you guys just validated what Seven's been saying, because how would the paralegal know? And in this paralegal, you jeopardize your job to come and hit a link in the beef sector. Like, are you freaking kidding me? You jeopardize your job to come and hit a link because the wife had to have told him to hit that damn link. Why are you hitting a link in the beef sector of all places? First of all, why are you hitting a link? And he didn't know how to. Did he know? Okay, so he clicked on the link and what? It showed his name there. So he exposed himself because they want to be, like pull junkie stunt and prove that Seven is harassing them. But meanwhile, she's in the chat talking, leave us alone. How are you going to say leave us alone, but you're dropping down in the chat in a sector where you know that she is in? This is her sector. This is Seven's sector, okay? You know how she had to have been watching, okay? She had to have been watching, and I bet you people have contacted her for interview. I wouldn't be surprised if she does an interview. If you're dropping down in chats, you might as well do an interview, and then you got Caesar to pull a junkie stunt. Both of you might as well go do an interview. Do an interview with VS or whoever is going to get you guys on there, because this crap that they did tonight was BS, okay? Yes, Doreen, that it was a paralegal. He admitted that he's a paralegal. Like Seven said, Seven asked him. He said yes, he's a paralegal. He cannot lie. If he lies and that's his profession, I mean, I don't know what the consequences are, but I don't know what the consequence. Okay, Soul Sister said, yeah, it backfired, right? Soul Sister said, if he has 7 children, there is no money left to pay for a child support. Yeah, who's paying for all that child support? Is he paying for child support for all of them? You can bet if he doesn't have any income, if he's not working and he's married and he's gone back home, I'm pretty sure the wife is gonna pay that child support. Saving is going way too much. I mean, yeah, it's like, this is just, I mean, it makes for good content, and for people who want to watch soap opera, this is like a soap opera, okay? They looked him up and they said he's, oh my, I knew it. That was my first instinct. That's why my title, okay, I went and created this right after I created the title, because I felt that there's no way that guy could be a paralegal. I felt that we were being trolled. I felt that they were trolling Seven, they were trolling VS. There is no way that guy is a damn paralegal. No paralegal that works in a reputable law firm is going to come and do that bull crap. That was a junkie stunt. Like I said, That's what I said in the beginning, and I stand by it. That was a junkie stunt. That was a junkie stunt by the wife. That was BS. It made her look crazy, okay? He doesn't work for a good firm. If he is a paralegal, it's not a good firm that he works for. It's not. They looked him up and they said he's not a paralegal. Man, he doesn't work for a good firm. Yeah, Mia. Hey, Mia, Mia, how are you? It was boring. Listen, in the beginning, right? Mia, Mia, I agree with you here. In the beginning, I was like, okay, I don't need this information. We already heard this information from Seven. So I left and then I came back. And then I came back and it was getting good because now Seven was on. And even when Seven was on, it's like Seven already told us the story. Okay, let me listen. Maybe there's new information. Then the wife dropped down in the chat. I was like, okay, now we're talking. It's getting interesting. Like, is that really the wife? Can someone look that up? They say that they looked it up and it is her, because I was like, that is a troll page. That is fake. That somebody's trolling Seven and someone is trolling VS, right? That's what I thought. Right. But JD, right, the JD is right. The JD is like you go kind of like a PhD in law, right? But you do it and then you have to take if you want to practice, right? If you want to practice, you still have to take the bar, right? You can go and you study that, you have to take the LSAT and all of that stuff. And then you do your JD and you come out. But in order for you to practice, you've got to pass the bar exam, right? Right. And at that point, you're not working. I think a lot of them, they go and they work as paralegal while maybe they're taking their bar, or maybe while they're like in school or almost like graduation or whatever. Yeah, he could be an intern. Exactly. Kiki said he should know better than Fifi. Now something smells. Yeah, to me, I thought it was a junkie stunt. Okay. Um, Fifi said I was in the chat for 20 minutes telling her Seven said call her. Child. Meow Meow said VS will find out who was trolling. Listen, okay. They gave her the cease and desist. Like the people who came in late, they gave her the cease and desist. Someone, they leaked the someone came on the troll account and leaked the cease and desist that they sent Seven, right? And VS had that, and she was reading that. I was like, okay, okay. I mean, like cease and desist. That part, it was kind of getting good at that part, right? I was in and out while I was like listening, right? I was multitasking. It was getting good, and then they said the lawyer the lawyer is Caesar. But that wife, didn't she say, type in there that I saw her type, leave us alone? Didn't she type in there that their lawyer is Caesar? Okay. She tried to lie and say that the lawyer was Caesar, but Caesar is not even a paralegal. Okay, so who's pulling the junkie stunts, right? So if he went to law school and have all those fees due, why would he jump on you? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they tell him how the beef sector worked? Like, why would you? That's why I smell a junkie stunt. You hit a panel. You're a paralegal. You already served someone. You served someone. Why are you? Someone told you to hit that link. Okay. Someone told you to hit that link. That's where the junkie stunt comes. Someone wanted to make an impact and be like, hey, but you guys should have fed him a better line. You should have told him how the beef sector works. He got on there and Paul Derek went over there and was basically trolled him and made him very defensive and look like crap. Okay. That's what happened. Yeah, the whole thing's not adding up. For me, it's not adding up. That's why I was like, I know you're fucking lying. this crazy thing. Okay. And if you are a paralegal for real, you just made yourself, you are like the most unprofessional paralegal. You are like the most unprofessional paralegal and a bad representation of whatever lawyer or law firm you work for. Okay. Because people are going to have, hey, Dry Mustard, how are you? People are going to have to pull up this video of you half drunk or whatever, looking like you had a hangover, hitting the panel. Okay, so what time was it that this was going on? So granted, they're like 3 hours behind, right? They're 3 hours behind. Still, it's still afternoon though. It's still late afternoon. So yeah, something's not adding up. Okay, it's just weird. It was funny when Vias was saying, "Go to go to JC." I think Vias was just shocked. Vias was like she didn't know what to do. She didn't expect like when the wife dropped down, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" They said the wife is in the chat, right? And I'm looking, and I looked at the page that they said, and sure enough, that's the name of her page. That's the name of the wife's page. Um, and then the paralegal hit the panel. I was like, "I'll be damned! You've got to be kidding me. It's only Monday. Shut the hell up! You've got to be kidding me. This can't be happening." Okay. Kiki said some lawyers are struggling. I call ambulance chaser. Yes, I mean, yes, for real. Okay. Now, I don't know what kind of money I would imagine, right? Something like let's really be analytical. I like to analyze stuff. And when I created this live, right? I created it and then I pushed it back. When I created it right after, right? And I wanted to go live right away. And so I titled it I know you're fucking lying because I just didn't one, the wife, I was turned off by the fact that she dropped down in the chat. You served her. Hey, the Dusty is home, okay? Like, regardless of what's happening, if you already served her and it's legitimate and you have a lawyer, leave it alone. Don't be dropping down in the chat. You just make yourself look like, and then people are gonna say stuff, people are gonna talk to you, and they were telling her to hit the panel. They told her hit the panel. Was she gonna was she gonna hit the panel? What was she gonna do? Start beefing and dragging Seven? I mean, what was she gonna do? Was she gonna start yelling at Seven? They were telling her to hit the panel. Someone sent a super chat and told her. They said, Mrs. Dusty, hit the panel. Mrs. Dusty, hit the panel, okay? She wanted Jason to go up. Right. I was like, listen, if she had hit that panel because she wanted mess. And of course, the wife already dropping down was mess enough, right? And then Seven is up there. So imagine if the Mrs. Dusty really hit the panel. So yeah, it was okay when the paralegal hit the fake lawyer hit the panel and Jason went off on him and trolled him and called him. I called him names, and the guy had no choice but to become defensive. The whole yeah, dry mustard. This was VS's. If the first part of the live was on VS Iconic, right? Her backup page. Then once the wife hit the panel, right? Not the panel. The wife hit the chat, right? And then she went to her main page, right? So she went to her main page and did the rest of the live on her main page. Uh, and yeah, someone's go and look. I don't know what page it was at. Someone sent the super chat and said, Mrs. Dusty. I'm like, I know you're fucking lying. This can't be happening. They wanted her to hit the panel. And if she hit the panel one, Jason was gonna go off on her because she apparently had been leaving messages or whatever, responding to stuff on his page as well as like to Seven. So it's just not it's just not looking good. And what if either the wife orchestrated this Caesar paralegal person hitting the chat? Because she knew she wasn't gonna do it. Was she gonna go up there and scratch with Seven? Can you imagine? Listen, the next live should be someone get the wife on a panel, get the damn paralegal Caesar, if he still has his job, get paralegal Caesar on there and get Seven. Okay, well, just don't stress Seven out. She's pregnant, okay? And get the wife to go off on a panel. Because at this point, listen, lady, you dropped down in the beef sector. Welcome to the beef sector. So just hit the panel at this point, okay? Get her to hit the panel. Whoever is Beachy, get Put her on your panel if she feels more comfortable there. Get that lady to hit the panel. You want to be in the beef sector and be dropping down and talking shit to Seven? Go to Beach's platform and hit the panel. Okay, that's what we want you to do. That's what we want you to do. These folks like at 52, these folks said I went to the military in Houston. When did H-Town get? H-Town does not have a military, not that I know of. San Antonio does. In Texas, San Antonio does. I don't know about Dallas. Those are the main ones that I know. I don't know about. I don't think Houston does. San Antonio does. San Antonio has a big one. Dallas. I'm not too familiar with Dallas. I'm not sure. Kiki. Yeah, I don't know. You all welcome. This is Dusty to the beef sector, please. She dropped down in the chat. Is this the first time she dropped down in someone's chat? I think so. Houston doesn't, right? I don't remember hearing anybody talk about, at least out of the Texas one, the only one I know of is San Antonio. I'm not familiar with any of the, I'm sure like Texas is a big state. I'm sure there are other um cities that have something, but I don't think Houston is one. Oh, Waco does. When I think of Waco, I think of that Branch Davidian thing and Baylor. That's it. That's all I know about Waco. um yeah, that's it. I want to get up because we are waiting for B sector folks. Okay, and yeah, listen, everybody in the chat, listen, we're all merged and like we're commingling in each other's like sectors. So, right, when is Five Babes? I want to get up because I am ready for that live. Five Babe has a live scheduled. Hold up. When is Five Babes live? When is
So you want to make sure.
let me make sure I find out what time. Let me find out what time her live is scheduled. Five Eve said that she's coming back to expose an albino snake tonight. Five Eve says she's coming to expose albino snake that used to be her friend. Okay. Ooh, she has 99 people already waiting. It says scheduled for, hold up. Ladies, it's like for 10 p.m. There's 99 people. Is that 10 p.m. Eastern time? So I'm gonna get up because I am Hayes just said it's supposed to be now, but we shall see if she's on time. Hey little one, the beef sector was dead, but yes, listen, the beef sector was dead. It's lit. Kiki over there. Kiki and her boo thing, her man Octavius are going back and forth with Tracy with the T. And well, I guess her man is now involved, and that other person over there in Louisiana. Okay, you guys have been going back and forth, and now today the beef sector said, you know what, the girls have been fighting. We got Mudgate. I need to go and do a clip of the Mudgate that I cover because I got a request. Why didn't you cover Mudgate? And then I heard a weird looking biatch was over there talking. Girl, you said my lips were like swollen. You like my lips? You wish. Black people have lips. My lips are plump. I do so much to make sure that my lips are supple and soft. Okay, you jealous, girl? You jealous? I knew you were a dyke. If you're looking at my lips that much for you to talk about it, you dyke, you bull dagging dyke. Just come out of the closet already, girl. Come out of the closet. It's 2023. It's okay, but I don't go that way. But you can admire it though. You can admire it. Anyway, I'm getting off because I'm going to. I'm go that mustard and big titties, aka Miss Kiki. Look at little ones coming. Oh, you guys are crazy. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, for pulling up to my video. I am going over to wait for the albino snake expository. Although I don't like the fact that she called her. Why is she albino? She's light skinned, but she's not albino. She's very attractive. Villanor is very pretty. But let's go watch, okay? The beef sector is sectoring. Okay. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Soul Sister Number One Show. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Little One, Fifi TV, all the people that stopped by. Who's still here? I said Fifi already. Kiki Prime Baby, Dry Mustard, Doreen is blessed. Who else is still here? So all the people, Soul Sister Number One Show, Meow Meow, all the people that view us of you, Sophie. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we are heading over to go watch fight. I'm gonna be in the clouds. Okay, I will be residing in the clouds. Go to Poppy TV. Was here, sister. Indigo, all my moderators. Thank you so much for pulling up. Hey, it's Jay. All my beef sector peeves, thank you so much. All my Mo3 sector peeves, all my other sector peeves, thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you for all the support. I will see you guys. Okay, so if I do cover this story, depending on what the heck she's gonna expose, I may do an upload. Okay, so be on the lookout. Go get the tea. Yes, yes. Thank you. See you guys later. Bye.